Hello everybody, it's me, Carmine DiStefano, the Bookman. And once again, I just got back, and I mean literally just got back from seeing Dark Knight Rises in IMAX. Now it's not IMAX 3D, but it was IMAX nonetheless. And I have to say that I was moderately disappointed. Now, on its own, this movie is a very good movie. It's a thrill ride. It's got some good action scenes. It really goes over the top with the threat of Gotham City and what exactly this new plot from this new scheming terrorist type supervillain is. It's executed in a way, in its usual Christopher Nolan, I'm always smarter than you, and the villain outsmarts the hero before the hero outsmarts the villain, and blah 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 blah. And everything really is, now in my opinion, if I must say, that the way they wrote Selina Kyle / Catwoman and the way Anne Hathaway performed Selina Kyle / Catwoman was the best portrayal in movie history. And even, actually, let me rephrase it, in movie and television history, this was what Catwoman was. And if you ask me, you could have done a whole movie on her relationship with Batman, Bruce Wayne, his relationship with her, and how she goes about her business, because I thought that was the real, strong point of this film. When I go to see Batman, I want to see Batman. I want to see Bruce Wayne, Alfred, and Batman. You barely see them in this movie. Basically what you see is Bane's scheme being plotted out, and there's always this sort of backstory uncertainty. There's always this kind of, you think it's one thing, but it's really something else, and I don't want to give anything away. I do think that, I think his name is Tom Hardy, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is, somebody please correct me, but I think he did a good job physically. I think he did a good job acting-wise. They wrote Bane really well, and there were some plot points to his storyline that were accurate. However, he just, to me, sounded too much like Sean Connery. I'm sorry, but to me, I just kept thinking when he talked, I kept thinking, I taught you self-reliance. That's the only thing that kept popping up in my head. I mean, he was good and all that, and they really made Bane out to be this unstoppable force. Why? Morphine? I don't know. Whatever the case may be, they really made Bane out to be Batman's sort of, counterattack, like his sort of villainous opposite. Whereas Joker was kind of plotting out things and outsmarting Batman, Bane was just kicking the crap out of him. And that's accurate. That is accurate. And what he does to Batman is accurate. And also Marion Cotillard, my beloved, beautiful French actress, her character had a good sell point too, that a good reveal that I thought was awesome, and I thought it was a really good. But again, they didn't really focus on Batman enough. So if Batman has to go through all these different dilemmas, where the fuck is he? Like, these are the things that I wasn't really getting drawn into. I mean, they focused on, I forget his name all the time, the kid from Third Rock. And I like him as an actor, and he was great in that show, but, I mean, you can't have the movie about him, and you're calling it Dark Knight Rises. In my opinion. I mean, these are things, again, there are going to be millions of people, like the people that went nuts at the end of the movie, in the movie theater that I saw it in, that are going to rip my asshole apart. They're going to go off on me, and they're going to kill me, especially after I say this. In my opinion, as a comic book fan of both Batman and Spider-Man, I thought Amazing Spider-Man was better than Dark Knight Rises. That's my opinion. And you can destroy me, and that's perfectly okay, and I understand. On its own, it's a good movie. But it's not at the fault of the Nolans. Because when you make Dark Knight, you can't top that. Joker was perfect. It was acted perfect. And I dealt with the liberties that they took on Harvey Dent. I really did, because I was a Harvey Dent / Two-Face fan. And I didn't care about that, because the way they pulled off Joker was brilliant. And when he said that line, I have a feeling we're destined to be doing this forever, you kind of thought that maybe, possibly, he would be a recurring character in the next one, maybe. I mean, if they can keep bringing back Lex Luthor in Superman movies, you'd think they'd bring back the Joker in one of these other Batman movies. So I thought maybe it was supposed to happen if Heath Ledger didn't pass away, but To have Bane outdo him, no. I don't care who Bane was working for. To have him outdo Joker, no. I couldn't buy it. There were just too many liberties that the Nolans took to make this movie bigger than Dark Knight that I just couldn't accept. And like I said, Dark Knight was the pinnacle. It was the apex. You can't get better than Dark Knight. So if this was the second movie and then Dark Knight came with the Joker, that probably would have been great. But you can't have this trying to top Dark Knight because it won't work. It just can't work. So in my opinion, this was the weakest of the three. To say it was a bad movie, no, it wasn't a bad movie. Like I said, I'm a comic book nerd. When I went to see The Amazing Spider-Man, it was more or less The Amazing Spider-Man in movie form. With the way the Nolans were keeping close to the Batman storyline, the first two movies, and the way they finished it off, I mean, you can overlook those. I can't overlook those liberties they were taking. I really can't. Where the hell is Alfred in the whole fucking movie? There's just too many things, and you can comment, and you can tell me whatever you want to tell me. You can say whatever you want, and I would 100% agree with you. If you thought this movie was great, if you thought it was blew Spider-Man away, that is totally your opinion, and I welcome you to that. But me personally, that if you're going to listen to what I'm saying and how I would rate this movie, I thought that The Amazing Spider-Man was better than this movie because I'm a comic book fan, a strict comic book fan that wants to see the comic book in motion picture, and I just thought that they took way too many liberties. And again, as a comic book fan, or just somebody that knows Batman, for you to make Bane bigger than the Joker, you can't have it happen that way. So that's my opinion. Now, I'm not saying don't go see it. Go see it. See it, you'll enjoy it, you'll have a great time. Whether you watch an IMAX or regular, whatever you want to do, it is totally up to you. But see this movie, you will enjoy it. Me personally, I thought it was the weakest of the three, and I thought that The Amazing Spider-Man was better. But that's just me. I hope I don't deter anyone from wanting to watch this. I hope I don't try to convince you into believing things you don't, or making you see things that you don't care about that I'm now pointing out and you're going to have an issue with. If you don't have a problem with any of that stuff that I just said, with the liberties they take, then you enjoy it, and I have no problem with that. Me personally, that's my opinion. I thank you all for watching. I have more for you soon to come, so stay tuned, take care, and have a great day.